So nice.
Is it actually?
No. I just thought because you guys actually listened to something I said, maybe it was, but no. No, my birthday's in May. I'm turning 24 again. Okay. For the 11th time. Yeah. Okay, word problems. A square has an area. Hey, does anyone remember the formula for the area of a square? Anyone remember that? How do I find the area of a square? Yeah, length times width. Okay, so if I know that the area of a square is length times width, right? It says write an expression in terms of x for possible length and width of the square. So here's the idea of these types of word problems. I have this area and I'm looking for two things being multiplied together. Well, isn't that what our factoring does for us? Comes up with two things being multiplied together, right? So if I factor that, that's going to find for me the length times the width. Okay, so let's do it. So I'm going to take my first piece, put it in, my last piece, find two numbers that add to 10, and the same two numbers have to multiply to first times last. So 1 times 25, so 25. Anyone? Good. So you always have to show work, but once you're getting better at this, I don't mind if you don't show every little step. Like some people will start getting good that they don't even have to draw their puzzle out anymore. Can you believe that? What? Okay, so then I have x plus 5 times x plus 5. Okay, now let me ask you this. Does anyone think they could tell me why those answers that we got make sense if this situation is a square? Why does the answer we got make sense if this situation is a square? Yeah, they're the same. Good. So this is my length times the width, right? And I got the same thing on a square. Aren't all sides the same? Does that make sense? Okay, what do you have? What other questions do you have? Anything? Should we stand up and have class in a circle so we're all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed? No? Look on Cheyenne's face. Look, you were like you were mad at me. I was just kidding. Okay, the Johnsons are putting a fence in their backyard, but are very picky about the ratio of the fence dimensions. Can you imagine if your neighbors were very picky about the rate? Actually, you never know, because I had a neighbor growing up who would measure his grass with a ruler. I'm not kidding. So he'd mow his lawn, and then he'd do one of these, and he'd go around with like a ruler, and he'd cut the grass if the mower didn't get it. Yeah, for real. Oh, it was beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if they gave awards for lawns, but I'm sure his would have gotten it. Okay. So you never know. There could be somebody growing up who's picky about their fence ratio dimensions. Okay. They want to make sure that the area of the lawn is always represented by this quadratic. I'm going to be that neighbor for someone one day. Yeah. What expression could represent the dimensions of their fence? Okay. So the dimensions mean find the length and the width, right? Well, length times width, two things being multiplied, that's our factoring. You guys think you can find this one, or do you want me to go through it with you again? I think you can do it. So go ahead and try factoring this.